When couples are going through a divorce, one of the things that they tend to forget when they have children is that their children are also going to be impacted emotionally and mentally by this divorce or separation. And so, if you are a couple and you are going through a separation or divorce, you may want to know, what do you do? How do you do it? What do you say? And so here are a couple of tips for those individuals that find themselves in that situation. Number one, make sure that you are aware of your child's mental, social, emotional development. And that's important because there are things that your child is not ready to handle or to understand. And so the terminology that you use to describe divorce or separation is going to be different if you are communicating to a 6-year-old versus a 12-year-old. And so making sure that you are using age appropriate language to communicate to your children is very important. The second tip that I have for you is to make sure that you do it together. Mom and dad need to be present. And when you are breaking the news to your children, reassure them that you love them. Reassure them that this situation or the breakdown in your marriage has nothing to do with them, and that your love for them will sustain and it will be something that continues unconditionally. And finally, the other tip that I have for you is to make sure that your timing is appropriate. Children have lives just like you have lives. And you know that when you are going through a arguments with your significant other impacts how you feel. There may be times where you feel depressed, don't want to go to work. And so be mindful of what's going on in your child's life. Do they have a big tournament around the corner? Or do they have a big test or standardized test that they need to be ready for? And so your timing needs to be appropriate, and you need to consider what's going on in your child's life, what's going on at school, so that the news does not impact or have an adverse impact in other areas of their lives. Hopefully this helps, but before you do any of those things, make sure that you take the time and pray about it and allow the Holy Spirit to lead you and guide you and give you wisdom and understanding as it relates to how to speak to your children. Thank you for listening.